Marcus Chen's private jet touched down 3 days ahead of schedule. The Singapore deal had collapsed faster than expected, but that meant coming home early to his Manhattan penthouse. He slid his key into the lock at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday, expecting silence. Instead, muffled voices drifted from the living room. Before he could call out, a hand clamped over his mouth. "Mr. Chen, stay quiet." It was Elena, his housekeeper of 5 years. Her eyes were wide with fear. She yanked him into the coat closet, her hands trembling. "Your wife. She doesn't know you're here. You can't let her see you." Marcus's heart hammered against his ribs. A robbery? An affair? His mind raced through possibilities, each worse than the last. "What's happening?" he whispered. Elena's next words turned his blood to ice. "She's trying to steal everything." "Where are you watching from?" "Drop your location below." Pressed against winter coats in the darkness, Elena's whispered confession poured out. For 3 weeks, she'd been listening, watching, documenting. "Mrs. Chen meets with a lawyer every Tuesday. They're planning to have you declared mentally incompetent. There's a private investigator, forged psychiatric evaluations, testimony from a doctor you've never seen." Marcus's hands went cold. The recent memory lapses, the fog that wouldn't lift, the vitamins Victoria insisted he take every morning. "She's been drugging you, sir. I found the bottles hidden in her closet, sedatives mixed into supplements. You've been getting worse. And she's been building a case that you're losing your mind." Through the closet slats, Marcus could see his living room. Victoria sat on their white sofa, designer heels kicked off, laughing with 2 strangers over champagne. They were celebrating stealing his life. His phone was in his pocket, recording capabilities fully charged. Marcus's hands shook as he activated the voice recorder. Through the crack, Victoria's voice carried clearly, "Once the competency hearing happens, I'll have full control. The accounts, the properties, everything. Marcus won't even remember his own name by then. We've made sure of that." The lawyer's response, "The medical documentation is airtight. Dr. Patterson's testimony alone will seal it." Marcus captured every word. 5 minutes of detailed confession, the forgery, the bribes, and the systematic poisoning. Then his phone exploded with sound. His 2:30 reminder for the quarterly board call. Victoria's head snapped toward the closet. "What was that?" The door flew open. Victoria's face contorted with rage as she saw the phone in Marcus's hand. "You! No!" she lunged. Elena stepped between them as Marcus's fingers flew across the screen. "Send to attorney. Upload to cloud." The file transmitted as Victoria clawed for the device. "Security!" Elena screamed. Marcus's attorney had received the file within seconds and called the police immediately. 3 minutes later, sirens wailed outside the penthouse. Officers flooded the apartment as Victoria shrieked about trespassing and conspiracy. The private investigator tried to run. The lawyer demanded immunity, but the recording played on a detective's phone, crystal clear. Victoria's designer handcuffs matched her bracelet. At the hospital, toxicology reports confirmed everything. Marcus's blood showed dangerous levels of benzodiazepines, enough to cause cognitive impairment, memory loss, and disorientation. The vitamins from Victoria's closet matched perfectly. Elena sat beside his hospital bed, exhausted. "I've been writing everything down for weeks, sir. I knew something was wrong when you couldn't remember conversations from the same morning. That's not you." She'd saved his life, and she'd documented everything with the dedication of someone who actually cared. 6 months transformed everything. Victoria was serving 8 years for attempted fraud, conspiracy, and assault. Her conspirators faced similar fates. Marcus's cognitive function returned completely once the drugs cleared his system. The doctors called it miraculous. Elena became his estate manager, tripling her salary. Her daughter Maria's medical school tuition, fully funded. Marcus had learned the cruelest lesson. Wealth attracts predators, but character reveals protectors. He established the Chen Foundation for Financial Protection, helping elderly and vulnerable individuals targeted by family members seeking to exploit them. Elena served on the board. Trust, Marcus learned, isn't about status or marriage certificates. It's about who stays quiet when they could profit from your downfall, and who speaks up when silence would be easier. If this story shocked you, smash that subscribe button. Have you ever discovered someone's true intentions? Share your story below. And remember, loyalty can't be bought, only earned. Subscribe for more truth bombs.